महिमा पार नभ पद नातिया में कोई बार
भक्ति विनोद रूप गोसाई चरणे मगये सर्वदा नाम स्तुति सर्वक्षणे भक्ति विनोद रूप गोसाई चरणे मगये सर्वदा नाम स्तुति सर्वक्षणे भक्ति विनोद रूप गोसाई चरणे मगये सर्वदा नाम स्तुति सर्वक्षणे भक्ति विनोद रूप गोसाई चरणे मगये सर्वदा नाम स्तुति सर्वक्षणे ओ हरि नाम तव महिमा पार सब पद नातिया में कोरी बार बार ओ हरि नाम तव महिमा पार तब पद नातिया में कोरी बार बार ओ हरि नाम तव महिमा पार सब पद
ओ हरि नाम तव महिमा कोई बार
जय निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरांग निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग जय जय
O holy name, your glory is boundless, and therefore bow down at your lotus feet again and again. O festival of Gokul, O ocean of bliss, I fall down at your lotus feet, for I am feeling very distressed and troubled at heart. You are Lord Krishna, your divine form is perfect, and you are the origin of all transcendental mellows. Falling down at your lotus feet, I sing of your divine qualities. You destroy the multitude of afflictions of that person who takes exclusive shelter at your holy feet. O holy name, you destroy all his offenses, even those he might have committed to you directly. Cleansing him of all impurities, you, who are his supreme shelter, sit upon a throne within his heart. You are delightful and beautiful. the personification of complete cognizance and deep ecstasy. The Vedas think of it saying, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the personification of all transcendental levels. At the lotus feet of Sri Rupa Goswami, Thakur Bhakti constantly begs that every moment there be the transcendental vibration of the holy name. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki, Shri Thakur Ki, Shri Prabhupada Ki. Jai Radha Kunja Vihara
जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र श्री श्री अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 4, Appearance of Sri Narada, text number 9. Abhimanyu sutam sutam prahur bhagavato-thamam tasya janma mahascharyam karmani chagrininaha. Abhimanyu sutam suta prahur bhagavato-thamam tasya janma mahascharyam karmani chagrininaha. Abhimanyu sutam suta prahur bhagavato-thamam tasya janma mahascharyam karmani chagrininaha. Abhimanyu sutam suta prahur bhagavato-thamam tasya janma mahascharyam karmani chagrininaha.
Abhimanyu sutam suta
prahur bhagavato-thamam tasya janma mahascharyam karmani chagrininaha.
Abhimanyu sutam suta
prahur bhagavato-thamam tasya janma mahascharyam karmani chagrininaha. What meaning? Abhimanyu sutam, the son of Abhimanyu. Suta, O Suta. Prahuhu is said to be Bhagavata Uttamam, the first class devotee of the Lord. Tasya is Janma, birth, Mahascharyam, very wonderful, Karmani, activities, Cha and Grinihi, please speak to Naha, us. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. It is said that Maharaj Parikshit is a great first-class devotee of the Lord, and that his birth and activities are all wonderful. Please tell us about him. Translation with repetition. It is said that Maharaj Parikshit is a great first-class devotee of the Lord, and that his birth and activities are all wonderful. Please tell us about him. Purport. The birth of Maharaj Parikshit is wonderful because in the womb of his mother he was protected by the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna. His activities are also wonderful because he chastised Kali, was attempting to kill a cow. To kill cows means to end human civilization. He wanted to protect the cow from being killed by the great representative of sin. His death is also wonderful because he got previous notice of his death, which is wonderful for many mortal beings, and thus he prepared himself for passing away by sitting down on the bank of the Ganges and hearing the transcendental activities of the Lord. During all the days he heard Bhagavatam, he did not take food or drink, nor did he sleep a moment. So, everything about him is wonderful, and his activities are worth hearing attentively. Desire is expressed herein to hear about him in detail. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunritam Hina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Namaha Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarani Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nitya Shri Advaita Gadara Shri Vasadi Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Mukam Karoti Vachanam Bhagam Gayate Girimit Krapa Tamaham Mande Shri Kunti Few weeks before, there was a lot of a kind of a sensation across India in major cities. There was one very famous football player visited different cities. I think some 3 or 4 cities. Which all the cities? Kolkata, Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai. Okay, whatever, 4 cities. So it was a big sensation. A very football player wanted to have a darshan of him, even for just moment, a glimpse of darshan, just like how we have Banke Bihari darshan. So they wanted to have a darshan. So they called him as some goat. So what is a goat? Greatest of all times. See, so nice title. So goat visit to India. Somebody who don't know, they'll think koi bakri aa raha. Bakri bakra jo bhi. Right? So it was what is his name? Messi. Right? So this was everywhere. It was a big sensational news. And they have spent crores of rupees for his one visit. As per some reports, for his appearance, he has taken 89 crores. And for all his other arrangements, for his security, for his other facilities, stay, so many other things are there, logistics and all. So it was 100 crores. 89 crores one side, on the side is the 100 crores, some arrangements. So, and the organizers have to get back the money. So what they did, they charged the money for the audience, whoever comes for the audit. Some varies from some 4,000 to up to 50,000. So what happened, unfortunately, in Kolkata? So he was stayed only for a few minutes, I think some 15-20 minutes. All the important personalities, VIPs of the city wanted to have a meeting, somebody want to see him, somebody want to handshake, somebody want to touch, somebody want to take autograph, for everything different rates. If you want to see him, this much. If you want to handshake, this is the rate. If you want to get signature of him, this is the rate. So they have paid big amount and they got all those things done. But people did not have his darshan. People did not see him. So finally they become upset and they created lot of chaos in the Kolkata. Breaking of chairs, breaking of the turning of the banners. You know, Indian crowd, when they become enraged, what they will do, right? Any of you have experience? Did it? So, this is one scenario. Another one scenario which happened even much before, few months before. It was a political rally in Tamil Nadu. So, it was a famous movie actor of Tamil Nadu. Recently started a political party. So, it's a place called Karur, a place in Tamil Nadu. So, there he had a rally where he used to come on a jeep or some car, some bus, something like that. So, lot of people gathered, very narrow roads. That narrow roads, what was the capacity people can accommodate is around some 8 to 10,000. How many assembled there? Around 30 to 40,000 people. In small city, in narrow gullies. Finally his van entered, his open jeep, he came. So in that moment, lot of pushing, pulling. And within very short span of time, 39 people died. So then after that, there was a big case on him. The Tamil Nadu government want to arrest, like that. So here, whenever any such famous personality comes for some public, to appearance, people have so much craze for him. Practically people are crazy. Why? Why people are so crazy, want to have one little bit, they want to see him, or they want to touch him, or they want to take his autograph. Why? Why it is so? What is the reason?
They have attraction towards that person.
Yes, they have attraction to that person. Why they are attracted?
They inspired them.
They are attracted to his beauty. They are attracted to his wealth. They are attracted to his opulences, whatever opulences, right? So, it is a jiva's nature to get attracted. Jiva's nature is to get attracted to someone. That's why Jiva is supposed to get attracted to Supreme Lord. But unfortunately, Jiva get attracted to so many other living entities. So even sometimes these personalities, when they make some many personal vlogs showing where they are, they're going traveling somewhere. So those become so viral. People want to understand. Oh, how is their personal life? They're so curious. Some years before, there's one Hollywood star. He told so and so time I'm going to show something special about me. So he fixed the time. Lakhs of people were waiting. Oh, what is going to show about his personal life? So what he's showing? He's showing how he's taking shower, how he's taking a bath. That is showing. So many fans are able to, oh, craze. He's taking bath, so nice. What all every one of us will take, right? So this attracts famous personalities. Whatever is doing, it attracts the masses. They want to know more about that. Same way here also, the sages of Naimisharanya, they are also asking to know about Parikshit Maharaj. So this is the first verse. Just before that, we discussed about Shukadev Goswami, how he entered the Hastinapura, and what happened, how he went to house, those all things we discussed. So the sages are already aware of Shukadev Goswami. Now, sages want to know about Parikshit Maharaj. And after that, they will discuss about Vasudeva. Okay, we can understand the sages are asking about Shukadev Goswami. He is also another sage. Sages inquiring about sages, okay, understandable. Even Vasudeva is also sage. Okay, they are inquiring about another sage, okay. But why sages are asking about a king? Why sages are asking about a king? So both are, king is a complete and opulent, is a different lifestyle. But here sages who are renounced, left all the material things, who are doing the sacrifice for the benefit of the whole world, they are asking about another king. They are eager to know about another king. So what is that? So in this verse, as is mentioning that, they are glorifying him as Bhagavata Uttama. Who is he? They are recognizing him as a Bhagavata Uttama. All of us, we are familiar with the word Bhagavan. Bhagavan means one who is having how many opulences? 6 opulences, right? And anything related to Bhagavan is called Bhagavata. The things which are related to Bhagavan is considered as a Bhagavata. So, and in that Bhagavatas, especially the devotees, among the various devotees, he is considered as a Uttama, the best, Bhagavatottama. So, whom we can call it as a Bhagavatottama? In the Srimad Bhagavatam itself describes the quality of Bhagavatottama. In the 11th canto, there is a very detailed description about whom we can call it as a Bhagavatottama. So in the 11th canto, in this chapter, what happens? Narada Muni visits house of Vasudeva in Dwarka. This conversation between Vasudeva and Narada Muni is very interesting, especially for the practitioners. One who is practicing a bhakti, for them, they have very good, Vasudeva asks very good questions to Narada Muni. is so eager to know more about devotional service. So when Vasudeva, the father of Krishna, asked questions to Narada Muni, Narada Muni gives very wonderful answers. So Narada Muni visits the house of Vasudeva in Dwarka, and Vasudeva receives him nicely with all the hospitalities. So then Vasudeva starts telling them great position of pure devotees. This Vasudeva's understanding. He is telling about the greatness of pure devotees, glorifying Narada Muni. He says, the activities of demigods lead to both misery and happiness of living beings. Whatever the living activities happens between the demigods and the living entities, that causes what? Both misery and as well as the happiness for the living entities. How it is? How it is the cause of both misery and happiness? Any activity with devatas, it leads to both misery and happiness. How?
We pray for some benediction, and that benediction gets fulfilled, and because it is our selfish desire, so we'll be getting the reaction of the benediction. Selfish desire.
Correct. If you go and pray to any devata, for any boon, that boon, even though you may get, still you are a loser. Still we are a loser. So we did not get pure bhakti. We did not come out of the problems of life. So that's why when we pray to the devatas, it is both lead to both misery and happiness. That's what Vasudeva is explaining here. But the activities of great saints like you, who have accepted the infallible Lord as their soul, result only in the happiness of all beings. The pure devotees, when they bestow something, they will bestow only pure happiness. This is what Vasudeva is mentioning to Narada Muni. There's no any kind of misery in that. So that is the greatness of pure devotees. He further tells, those who worship the demigods receive reciprocation from the demigods in a way just corresponding to the offering. Whatever is like very reciprocal. The demigods are attendants of karma, like a person's shadow. Demigods cannot give something which is not in our karma. Whatever is already in our destiny, okay, that is only they can give. What is not in our karma, they cannot give. So, but sadhus are actually merciful to the fallen. Sadhus can give what is not in our karma, what is beyond our karma, or what is in our karma, that pain, that suffering also can be taken by sadhus. Pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada, suppose whatever some misery is supposed to happen in our life, we have taken shelter of Prabhupada, Prabhupada can take away that misery or stop that misery. Demigods cannot do that. So, then further, he says, one attitude of Vasudeva we can observe here. He says, oh Brahmana, although I am satisfied simply by seeing you. So, Narada Muni has come to the Vasudeva's house, and Vasudeva is happy, satisfied just by having a darshan of Narada Muni. But still, I wish to inquire about those duties which give pleasure to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even though I'm completely satisfied, I'm happy, but still I want to ask you something because to know more about devotional service so that pleases the Supreme Lord. See, this is called attitude of the inquiring. Whenever any such a advanced the soul personality comes, we should see in the with that person in during that interaction what benefit we can take from that advanced soul devotee. Okay, physically we are seeing doing some seva. Yes, asking question makes that devotee to speak. That's why asking questions are very important. So when we want to take maximum benefit from the sages, pure devotees, we should ask a question to them. When we ask a question to them, they will open up and then they'll give the real, the deep knowledge. So then further it tells in this conversation, he asks many questions and Narada Muni gives a lot of wonderful answers. So in that, first he asked, what is Bhagavata Dharma? We all talk about Bhagavad Dharma, Bhagavad Dharma. Yes, what is Bhagavata Dharma? As a devotees, we all should aware. So he says the process, very simple answers, making such a complicated, very high philosophical topic, Narada Muni makes it very simple and Prabhupada presents even simple. So says, the process recommended by the Lord is to be known as Bhagavata Dharma. What is Bhagavata Dharma? The process recommended by Supreme Lord. Simple. If you are following that, that is Bhagavata Dharma. See, now in our life, how we are, whatever the activities we are doing, we are following that Bhagavata Dharma. Waking up in the morning, chanting Hare Krishna mantra, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, doing practical devotional services, these are all given by the Lord. And acharyas. So, these are all things part of Bhagavad Dharma. And in that course of conversation, he asks a question, how this living entity get trapped in this material world and suffering by so many other things, especially the living entities always in a fear. Why? Why living entities always in a fear? How to eliminate this fear? So that he says, fear arises when living entity misidentifies himself as a material body. And when a living entity turns away from the Supreme Lord, that's the moment living entity comes in the influence of fear, get trapped by fear. See how whatever simple things which in our practice always chant, always remember Krishna. Why? When we are remembering, we are in contact with Krishna. So when we are in contact with Krishna, so then there is no more fear. Whenever we are in some anxiety, when we are in fear or something like that, we should understand we are not in contact with Krishna. Or we have forgotten Krishna. So, fear arises when a living entity misidentifies himself as a material body because of absorption in the external illusory energy of the Lord. When the living entity thus turns away from the Supreme Lord, this fear takes over the living entity. The momentary, even the moment we forget Krishna in our life, some material energy takes away our consciousness. So, in the same verse he says, what is the solution for it? Therefore, the intelligent person should engage unflinchingly in the unalloyed devotional service of the Lord under the guidance of the bona fide spiritual master. What is mentioned here as an intelligent person, unflinchingly in the unalloyed. Unflinching means with a lot of determination, not like doing sometimes, not doing sometimes, not like that. Anything, whatever happens, we'll do. And then the second is unalloyed. Unalloyed means pure, not for any other purpose, not for any other intention, only for the intention of please the Lord. So that intention, good intention has to be there for always, not for some time, only Sunday or only Saturday, Sunday, not like that, right? So, next, very important, you ask the question, how to know our progress in this process? What are the signs of a devotee progressing in devotional life? How I can understand myself, I am progressing. Many times, devotees come, expresses, it happens, Prabhu, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, गाड़ी चल रहा है, सिर्फ just going on, but I'm not feeling, really I'm making progress. So that's very risky or kind of not a healthy state. So for that, one nice, with a simple example, Bhagavatam speaks. Actually, this is what happens. Narada Muni refers one more conversation in it. Narada Muni takes the reference of one more conversation that happened between Maharaja Nimi and Navayogendras. Navayogendras are the sons of Rishabhadeva. Rishabhadeva was having 100 sons. In that, these 9 became sannyasis. They're called Navayogendras. And these Navayogendras meet another one king called Maharaj Nimi. So, in that Maharaj Nimi and Navayogendra's conversation, this topic comes. So, that is Narada Muni is explaining to Vasudeva. So, this is a very famous verse. Bhakti pareshan bhava viraktir anyatrascha trika ekakalaha. So what happens when the bhakti, advance in a bhakti, 3 things happen together. Devotion, one advances in devotion, a direct experience of the Supreme Lord you will be able to feel, and same time detachment from material things will happen. Devotion, direct experience of the Lord, and the detachment from other things, these 3 occur simultaneously. So how it is explained in a nice example, when a person is hungry, when he takes a food, what will happen? First thing is, he will be relieved from the hunger. Has one morsel of food gone inside, immediately little bit, my belly is filled this much. Then second, third, fourth, fifth. After some time, now I am enough. So, first thing is relief from the hunger. Then nourishment. Body, all the parts will get the energy. And same time, pleasure. We'll get a joke, satisfied. Oh, now I don't know anything. These three things will happen simultaneously. So very interesting to understand and analyze, to think into, look into our lives. So if a devotee is progressing, all these three things are happening together. So now we'll take another scenario. Imagine situation, a devotee is progressing in bhakti, same time is progressing in his material sense gratification also. ये भी बढ़िया कर रहे, ये भी बढ़िया कर रहे. Huh? What it shows? प्रभु इधर आके अच्छा बैठ के 16 माला जप करता है, बाहर जाके रेस्टोरेंट में बढ़िया खाते भी है ना? बहुत अच्छा डिवोटी है प्रभु, जो भी बढ़िया करता है, जब भी बढ़िया करता है, बाहर जाके रेस्टोरेंट में खाना भी बढ़िया करता है. Good devotee. So how it is? What it shows? It cannot happen. If he is progressing in a bhakti, it is not. The first thing is detachment from other material things has to happen. Very important. It's a self-check. It is a self-check. First thing is, here, for every one of us, sadhakas, first should take a check and make understand himself how much I am materially detached. And first of all, I have to identify what are material things in my consciousness. What are material things in my consciousness which occupied a lot of space in my consciousness. Still I have a desire to go and eat. Still I have a desire to talk all the unwanted things. Still I have a desire. Sometimes mind nicely justifies that. प्रभु जी कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है, मुझे इतना ही है ना, आप इतना कर रहे एक चीज नहीं कर रहे तो क्या गलत है? Really mind just fools us. Always what happens, person want to defend himself. This is the nature. I want to defend myself and I want to justify my wrongdoings. With the proper reason, I use all my intelligence. How to justify? Rather than correcting, I want to justify my anarthas. So for that, first thing is devotee first to understand what are material things really I am doing. It's a really spiritual and it's material. Devotee has to recognize these things. Until it is, actually this detachment is a very important factor to mold a devotee's personal character. See, devotion is one aspect of the life. Our personal character is another aspect of life. Personal character, I will keep the way I want, but I will do bhakti nicely. That won't go for a long time. Bhakti is related to consciousness. So when you're doing properly bhakti, if you're open-minded, definitely it has to bring a transformation in us. If you're doing bhakti and be remaining year after year as it is, we are not changing. So then we are not really allowing the power of bhakti to get inside our personality. So that's why the transformation has to happen, and the transformation should develop us to lead towards the detachment. So here, how much we are ready to transform ourselves. That shows our eagerness to go to Krishna. how much I am ready to change myself. At least I am an attitude of changing, accepting the things. How much I have that attitude? If I don't have that attitude, so then that I want to change all others, but I don't want to change myself. That won't help. So that's why this renunciation or detachment is one of such activity which helps a devotee to grow in his personal life. How much we are detached, it shows how much we have grown in bhakti. So, next further, after this, he asks about a different levels of devotees. How to understand who is Bhagavatottama? Who is the best of the Bhagavatas? For that, he explains 3 categories of devotees. So, who is a Kanistadhikari, Madhyamadhikari and Uttamadhikari. So, who is the Uttamadhikari? Bhagavatottama, then that verse comes here. It says here, the most advanced devotee sees within everything the soul of all souls, the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Consequently, he sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord and understands that everything that exists is eternally situated within the Lord. So the devotee, one who sees in everything in connection with Krishna, he is called Bhagavatottama. It's not like theoretically as we understood, but practically he realizes it, he sees it. The every object, the time, situation, whatever comes in his life, it sees, oh, it's a Krishna's grace, it's a Krishna's energy. He is a first-class devotee. That's why, if you see in the life of Parikshit Maharaj, where it is explaining Parikshit Maharaj is a Bhagavatottama. He was embedded with so many great qualities. His life, his birth, his life, his death, everything is so glorious. So when he got a curse from that sage, son of the sage, Shrungi, he had all the power to counteract that. He was capable, but he did not do that. He accepted that as a will of the Lord. What we would have done in that situation? We got a curse and we have the ability to counteract it. We would have easily contracted, no? We easily will contract and will give curse to that person. Who are you to curse? For me, curse to me. But he accepted it, tolerated that. So, that's why he is a Bhagavatottama. There are many qualities which are going to discuss in the upcoming verses. So, then who is the second category devotee? Second category devotee is a Madhyamadhikari, one who sees differences between Supreme Personality of Godhead, devotees, then and non-devotees. Says he offer a respects to Supreme Personality of Godhead and all other Vaishnavas. He will make a friendship with other devotees and he will show his mercy to the devotees who are ignorant, and he ignores people who are envious. Or envious of Krishna, he ignores them. So this is a Madhyamadhikari. So next, third class devotee. The devotee who faithfully engages in the worship of the deity in the temple but does not behave properly toward other devotees or people in general is called a prakruta bhakta or a materialistic devotee. See, what is the definition? A devotee who faithfully engages in the worship of the deity in the temple but does not behave properly toward other devotees. We all of us will come under this category. Kanistha Adhikari. We have a Kamnistha. So, important thing is, in a devotional life, we all have to grow, come at least to the level of Madhyamadhikari. We all should know how to deal with the devotees, how to respect the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and how to deal with the people who are ignorant. We should know. So, to do that, we need to work on our personal, developing our personal characters, especially while dealing with the devotees, especially while dealing with the fellow devotees. How nicely we deal, how nicely we interact, how nicely we have that exchanges with the care and love. That much things will really, Krishna will be pleased with us. Because when a living entity goes to Goloka, what living entity will do there? Service with other devotees. Not like when you go to Goloka, only you are there and Krishna is there. When you go to Goloka, Krishna is there, so many devotees are there, and we also will be there if you go. So, there what we have to learn, how to do devotional service with other devotees. So, this is the art of doing that. There also difference of opinions are there. Among Goloka also there are different opinions. Somebody want to serve Krishna in one way, some other Sakhi want to serve in another way. But all the differences are respected in Goloka. So same way, here also, for us we have this opportunity to learn this, practice this in our life. So if you won't practice this here, so then we cannot think of Goloka. Even if you go to Goloka, also go to Goloka, and after going Goloka, jagada karke niche aa jayenge. I'm telling you, that won't happen. Once you go to Goloka, you'll fix there. But it's a jiva's free will is there. Sometimes for some petty issues, we'll think of, no, I will go out of devotee association. Something is not there, some light is not working, fan is not working. So I don't like, I want to go out of folk residency. So these are all very petty things. So not so important. So we should learn how to become a more better and better devotees, at least from Kanistha Adhikari to come to the level of Madhyama Adhikari. So, more about the Parikshit Maharaj, the greatness of the Parikshit Maharaj, the great qualities of the Parikshit Maharaj, we will discuss in next coming sessions. So, the hearing, when we hear about the pure devotees, so what happens? When we hear about pure devotees, it purifies our mind, purifies our consciousness, and it gives us strength to follow those principles. When you hear about glory of some some famous star and all, by hearing you won't become like him. You may try to imitate like him, but you won't become. You won't become like him. But by hearing about pure devotees, those pure devotees' qualities also come into us. By hearing, the glorifying, even somebody sees pure devotee, some good quality, purification happens. Somebody just listens to him, some purification. Somebody appreciates pure devotee, so that also helps him to advance in his bhakti or purifies him. So that's why the difference between what here glorification of hearing the glorification of some other mundane person and hearing the glorification of the pure devotee, there's a lot of difference. So that's why the sages of Naimisharanya are asking about the greatness of the Parikshit Maharaj. They want to know, even though he's a king in a Varnashrama Dharma, even though he comes below him, below is their position, but still they want to hear about him because he was a great devotee. And even to some extent, they ask in future verses, they will ask, his renouncement even surprises them. Why he has left? He was all powerful, he was having the kingdom, he was the emperor of the world. Why he renounced? Sages are asking. If anyone is a sage, okay, understand what is the renounce. But for sages also surprising thing, why he has renounced? So that's what about the greatness of the Parikshit Maharaj. More will understand. Of course, his birth itself was so amazing. It was, some of you might be knowing. So when he was in the womb, he was attacked by the Brahmastra, by Ashwatthama. It was the last, after all Kurukshetra Yuddha over, and Yudhishthira became the king, and the Krishna is going towards Dwaraka, about to go to Dwaraka. At that time, Ashwatthama shoots in a Brahmastra towards Uttara. Uttara senses, oh, something is going to happen. Uttara immediately approaches Krishna, and Krishna enters the womb of Uttara and protects the Parikshit Maharaj. See, where all Krishna's protection is. Krishna's protection is everywhere. So Krishna enters the Uttara's womb and protects this child. At that moment, the child itself, he sees the Lord, Lord's darshan. So once he comes out of the womb, actually he is trying to again look for same personality. He is the same person whom I seen in the womb. He is checking with everyone. That's why his name became Parikshit. He was scanning, the same person or not, same person or not. He was wanted to look Krishna again. So in that way, his birth is glorious. His activities we'll study in later chapters of the first canto, and death also how it's glorious. So he's such a great personality. That's why sages also wanted to know about his activities. By this, I will end. Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada ki.